Hi all, welcome to CSEC Mathematics with Mr. Charles. Today we are looking at algebraic substitution. By the end of this video lesson, you should be able to determine the value of an algebraic expression by substituting a symbol for the numeral that it represents. Here we have a question, consisting of 17 expressions that we would find the value of individually. So the question states that given that x equals 2, y equals -1, and z equals 3, determine the value of each of the following algebraic expressions. Let us now evaluate each expression separately. Okay, let me get my pen here. Okay, my pen. So we will start with x plus 4. We want to find out the value of x plus 4, this algebraic expression here. We are told in the question that x equals 2. Okay, x equals 2. So wherever we see x in this expression, we will remove it and replace it with the numeral 2. So we know that x plus 4 is equals to 2 plus 4 because x equals 2. Okay, and since x equals 2, we will remove the x. Okay, you must remove the x and then put in the 2. Okay, let me show you a common mistake that persons tend to make. Persons tend to make the mistake and say that x, 2 plus 4. Okay, they tend to make that mistake. Now consider a game of football, for instance. Now let's say you have one player on the field and you're the coach, and the player on the field is not playing very well. And because he is not playing very well, you want to sub that player and put in another player. Now, when you sub the player on the field, that player that is on the field must leave the field for the other player to come in. So both of them cannot be on the field at the same time. The same goes with algebraic substitution. If you notice here, both the x and the 2 are there. That cannot be happening. That's why the x have to go for the 2 to come in. Okay? So x plus 4 is equal to 2 plus 4 because x equals 2. And 2 plus 4 equals 6. So the value of the expression x plus 4 is 6. Let's look at y plus 3. Okay, y plus 3. And let me get a different color ink here. Now y equals -1. And since y equals -1, okay, we want to substitute y and put in -1. So y plus 3 equals -1 because y leaves. Okay, y leaves and the -1 takes its place, and then we just bring down the plus 3. Okay, -1 plus 3. Now the signs are different. You have a negative sign here, you have a positive sign here. The signs are different, and when the signs are different, you subtract and keep the sign of the larger number. Okay, the larger number is 3, and that 3 is positive, so that you know that your answer will be positive. Okay, and you have to subtract the smaller one from the larger one. So 3 take away 1. Okay, 3 take away 1 equals 2. So your answer is positive 2. Okay, positive 2. let us look at z plus 7. Z equals 3. Okay, z equals positive 3. And because z equals positive 3, wherever we have z in the expression, we will remove it and introduce positive 3. So we know z plus 7 is equal to positive 3 plus 7. Okay, because z and a positive 3 is the same thing. Okay, and 3 plus 7 is 10. So the value of the expression z plus 7 equals 10. Okay, and that's your answer. Okay, this was your answer here for number 1. X plus 4 equals 6. Okay, this was the answer here for number 2, because y plus 3 equals positive 2. And this is the answer for number 3. Z plus 7 equals positive 10. Now let's look at, this one down here. We have 9 subtract x. So we know that x equals 2, so we will remove the x, okay, and we will introduce the numeral 2. So we get 9 take away x is equal to 9 take away 2. Okay, 9 take away 2 is positive 7. Okay, and that is the value of the expression 9 subtract x. Okay, very well. Let's continue. We have an expression here, z subtract 2. So we know z equals 3, so the z will go. Okay, and the 3 will come in. Right, so we get 3 subtract 2, and that equals positive 1. So our answer here is positive 1. That's the value of the expression z subtract 2. Then we have x subtract 1. Okay, x equals 2. Okay, so the x will leave and the 2 will come in. Okay, the x will leave and the 2 will come in, so you get 2 subtract 1, and that's equal to positive 1. Positive 1. Okay, let's look at another question. We have 7xz. Okay, 7xz is the same as 7 multiplied by x. Okay, 7xz is the same as 7 multiplied by x multiplied by z. Alright, 7 multiplied by x multiplied by z. We know that x equals positive 2. Okay, so that would become 7 multiplied by positive 2, and z equals positive 3, so that's multiplied by positive 3. 7 multiplied by 2, that is 14. Okay, and 14 multiplied by 3, that is 52. Okay, 52. So the value of the expression 7xz equals 52. Okay, we then have negative 5yz. That's the same as negative 5. Okay, negative 5 times y. Okay, negative 5 times y. Okay, times y multiplied by z. Okay, negative 5 times y multiplied by z. And y equals negative 1. So that's negative 5 multiplied by negative 1, because we have to remove y and introduce negative 1. Okay, because y equals negative 1. And then we multiply by z. Z equals positive 3, so we will remove the z and introduce positive 3. Now negative 5 times negative 1 equals positive 5, because when you multiply a negative number by a negative number, you get a positive number. Okay, and 5 times 1 is 5, so you get positive 5. Okay, negative 5 times negative 1 equals positive 5. multiply that by positive 3, you get positive 15. Okay, and that is the value of the expression negative 5yz. Okay, negative 5yz. Let's continue. We have an expression here, x squared plus yz. Now, x squared is the same as x multiplied by x. Okay, whenever you square a number, you multiply the number by itself. So x multiplied by x plus y multiplied by z. Okay, y multiplied by z. Now, remember x equals positive 2. So x multiplied by x equals positive 2 multiplied by positive 2. Okay, and then we will add that product to y multiplied by z. Remember, this here is not yxz, this is y multiplied by z. Okay, notice how I make my x and how I make my multiplication sign. The value for y is 3, so we will remove the y and introduce the 3, and then multiply. Sorry, the value for y is, let me make that correction. The value for y is negative 1. So we will remove the y and we will introduce negative 1. Okay, and then we would multiply that by the value for z, which is 3. Okay, and I'll just put that negative 1 in bracket here, okay, to contain it, so you know that you have to multiply the positive here by the negative. Good. So positive 2 times positive 2 is positive 4, right? 2 2s are 4. That's basic maths. Then you add that to negative 1 times 3. Here you are multiplying a negative number by a positive number, and negative times positive, okay, negative times positive equals negative. Okay, negative times positive equals negative, so you get negative 3. Okay, because 1 times 3 equals 3. So negative 1 times positive 3 equals negative 3. Okay, now we have 4 plus negative 3. Now 4 plus negative 3 is the same as 4 subtract 3, because here, let me use a different color ink to circle that. Here you have a positive sign followed by a negative sign. Okay, and anytime that occurs, the resultant sign is negative. The resultant sign is negative. So 4 plus negative 3 equals 4 subtract 3, and 4 subtract 3 equals positive 1. So the value of the expression x squared plus yz equals positive 1. Okay, let's continue. We have the cube of xz subtract 3y. So we know that x is 2, z is 3. So 2 times 3, okay, all cubed. 2 times 3 all cubed. Okay, and then we would subtract 3 times y. Okay, we will subtract 3 times y. 3 times y. Okay, that is what we're subtracting. So 3 multiplied by y, but y equals negative 1. Okay, y equals negative 1. So we have to remove the y and introduce negative 1. So let's go ahead. I'll put that in a bracket, okay, to make life easier. So from that we get 6 cubed minus negative 3. 6 cubed because 2 times 3 is 6, and then we bring down the cube, we bring down the minus sign, and 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. Okay, 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. Now we have two negative signs, okay, or two same signs next to each other here. So we know that would be equivalent to a plus sign, because negative multiplied by negative is positive. So we get 6 cubed plus 3. Okay, 6 cubed plus 3. And 6 cubed is the same as 6 multiplied by 6 multiplied by 6. Okay, so 6 times 6. Okay, 6 times 6 times 6, that's 6 cubed, or 6 cubed, or the cube of 6. And then we're going to add that. We're going to add a positive 3 to that. So 6 sixes are 36. Okay, 6 sixes are 36 multiplied by 6. Okay, 36 multiplied by 6 plus 3. 36 multiplied by 6, let's see what that is equal to. Okay, let's see what that is equal to. I'll work it out on the side there. Okay, so we have 36 multiplied by 6. Okay, so 6 sixes are 36. We write it down on the side here, cross the 6, we put it here. Then we cross the 3, we put it above the 3 here. 6 times 3, or 6 threes equal 18, plus 3 equals 21. 18 plus 3 is 21. So we get 216. Okay, 216. So we know that 6 times 6 times 6 is the same as 36 times 6, which is the same as 216. Okay, and then we have to add the 3 to that. Okay, and the 216 plus 3 equals 219. Okay, 219. So let's just recap. X, the cube of xz, okay, the cube of xz minus 3y. Okay, remember xz, okay, remember xz is the same as x multiplied by z. Xz is the same as x multiplied by z. Okay, by z, not y. Okay, x multiplied by z, and we're gonna cube all of that. We're gonna cube all of that. Okay, x multiplied by z cube, and then we're gonna subtract 3y from that. 3y is the same as 3 multiplied by y. Okay, so that is what this is the same as. Okay, so this expression, when expanded, we get this. Okay, and we just put this in bracket for convenience. So from this we get this. Okay, this here. So we know that x is equal to 2, so we remove the x and we bring in 2. Z equals 3, so we remove the z and we bring in 3. Okay, and then we bring back the cube. Subtract 3 times negative 1, because we remove the y and we introduce negative 1. So 2 times positive 3 is 6, and then we bring down the cube. Okay, subtract 3 times negative 1, which is negative 3. Okay, and then negative times a negative is a positive, so we get 6 cubed plus positive 3. Okay, 6 multiplied by 6 is 36. Okay, and 36 multiplied by 6 is 216. When we add a 3 to 216, we get 219. So the value of this expression up here, when x equals 2, y equals -1, and z equals 3, the value of this expression is 219. Okay, good. We have another expression here, 3x squared y plus 2xz squared. Okay, 3x squared y is the same as 3 times x. Okay, 3 times x times x, because x squared is x times x. Okay, times y. Okay, plus, okay, and let me just put that in bracket here for convenience. Okay, plus 2 times x. 2 times x, we expanding, 2 times x, okay, times z, times z, times z. Okay, so we have expanded the algebraic expression. Now let us substitute. Let us substitute. We know that x equals 2, so we get 3 times 2 times 2, 3 times 2 times 2, okay, times y equals -1, so times -1. Okay, put all that in the bracket, and then we're gonna add 2 times x, which is 2 times 2. Okay, 2 times 2 times z equals 3, so we're gonna remove the z and replace it with 3. Okay, times 3, because it's z times z. Okay, put that in bracket, open and close bracket. Now 3 times 2, 3. Okay, 3 times 2 equals 6. Okay, and 6 times 2 equals 12. So we get 12 times -1. 12 times -1. Put that in bracket. Across here we get, we bring down the plus sign. Okay, open our bracket. 2 times 2 is 4. Okay, 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. So we get 12 again, but this time it's 12 times 3. Okay, 12 times 3. Good. Now 12 multiplied by -1, a positive multiplied by a negative is a negative, and 12 times 1 is 12, so we get -12. Okay, 12 times -1 is -12, plus 12 times 3 is 36, positive 36. So we get -12 plus positive 36. The signs are different. The signs are different. Here you have a negative sign, and across there you have a positive sign. Okay, so the signs are different. When the signs are different, we subtract and keep the sign of the larger number. The larger number is 36. It's positive. So we know our answer will be positive. Okay, the difference of these two numbers. Positive, the difference of these two numbers. So we would take the larger number, 36, and subtract the smaller number from it, which is 12. We'll subtract the smaller number from the larger number. So 36 subtract 12, that is equal to 24. Okay, because 6 subtract 2 is 4, and 3 subtract 1 is 2. So we get positive 24, or just 24. And that's our answer there. That's the value for this expression, 3x squared y plus 2xz squared. Okay, that's our answer there. Then we have xz squared divided by y. Okay, xz squared divided by y, and let's see what that is equal to. Xz squared is the same as x multiplied by z x multiplied by z multiplied by z, because z squared is z multiplied by itself. So x times z divided by y. Okay, this here, this whole thing is the expanded form of this. Okay, this is the expanded form of this expression here. Okay, we just introduce the multiplication signs and we expand the z squared into z times z. So from that we get x is equal to 2, so we will remove the x and replace it with 2. Okay, multiplied by z equals 3, so we will remove the z and replace it with 3, and then we multiply by z again, so multiplied by another 3, and divide all that by the value for y, which is -1. Y equals -1. Okay, now let's simplify. 2 times 3 equals 6. Okay, 2 times 3 equals 6, and we multiply that by 3. Okay, we just bring down the 3 and divide all that by -1. 6 multiplied by 3, that is 18. Okay, 6 threes 18, and 18 divided by -1. Okay, a positive divided by a negative equals a negative, and 18 divided by 1 is 18, so we get negative 18 as our answer. Negative 18 is the value of x z squared over y when these are the values for x, y, and z. Okay, so that's that. Let's look at 5x cubed y. 5x cubed y. So 5x cubed y is the same as 5 multiplied by x. Okay, and we're cubing x this time, multiplied by x, multiplied by x, and multiply by x again. Okay, 5x cubed, okay, multiplied by y. Okay, that's what 5x cubed y means. And then we're gonna divide this whole thing by 2z squared, or 2 multiplied by z. Okay, 2 multiplied by z multiplied by z. Okay, 2z squared, that's the extended form. Then we now need to substitute. Okay, we need to substitute now. 5 times x equals 2, so 5 times 2 times 2 and times 2, and then we're going to multiply that by the value for y, which is -1. Y equals -1, so we remove the y and we introduce -1, and we're going to divide all that by 2 times z. 2 times z equals z equals 3. Okay, sorry, z equals 3. Okay, and times z again, so times another 3. Now we need to simplify that. So 5 times 2 is 10. Okay, 10 times 2 is 20, and 20 times 2 is 40. We're going to take that 40 and multiply it by -1. Okay, then divide everything by 2 times 3, which is 6, and 6 times 3 equals 18. 40 times -1 equals -40. Okay, -40. Okay, all divided by +18. +18. And we simplify this by saying 2 into 18 is 9, 2 into -40 is -20. So for our answer, we get -20 over 9. Let's look at another expression. We have 4z plus 3x minus y over, or all over 2y minus x plus 2z. Okay, so that's equal to 4 times z plus 3 times x minus y plus 3. Okay, 4 times z plus 3 times x minus y, and we're gonna put all this over 2 times y minus x. Okay, 2 times y minus x plus 2 times z. And this here, okay, this here is the expanded form, for this expression to the left here. Okay, the expanded form. So 4z is the same as 4 times z. 3x is the same as 3 multiplied by x, y. Okay, we carry over the y. 2y is the same as 2 multiplied by y. We carry over the minus x. And 2z is the same as 2 multiplied by z. So what we have to do now is substitute the values for x, y, and z into this expanded expression. Okay, so wherever we have x, we're going to remove the x and replace it with positive 2. Wherever we have y, we're going to remove those y's and replace each of them with negative 1. And wherever we have z, we're going to replace it with positive 3. So let's go ahead and do that. So 4 times z, okay, that's the same as 4 times positive 3, because remember z is equal to positive 3. We're gonna add that to 3 times x, which is the same as 3 times 2, because we get rid of the x and we replace it with positive 2. Okay, subtract y, y is equal to negative 1, so that's subtract negative 1. Okay, pay attention to your signs. Okay, I'm just putting the bracket around the negative 1 for convenience. Okay, you don't have to put a bracket there. Then in the denominator we have 2 times y is negative 1, so that's 2 times negative 1. Okay, 2 times negative 1, we put that in bracket. Then we have subtract x is positive 2, so that's subtract 2, plus 2 times z is positive 3, so that's 2 multiplied by positive 3. Okay, so now we have substituted. The next step is to, okay, simplify. So 4 multiplied by 3 is 12. Okay, 4 multiplied by 3 is 12. Okay, 3 multiplied by 2 is 6. Okay, and negative times a negative is a positive, so we get plus 1, right? Because we have negative followed by a negative, so that would be a resulting positive sign. And then 2 times negative 1, that's a positive. Okay, a positive multiplied by a negative would give us a negative. So negative and 2 times 1 is 2. So that's negative 2 we get here. Minus 2. Okay, and then 2 times 3 is 6. So let's go ahead and writing that down there. So we get, okay, 12 plus, okay, we bring down the plus sign, 12 plus 6, right, plus 1. Okay, remember the resulting positive sign we got here because of the product of these two signs. Negative times negative is positive, so we get plus 1. Then all this divided by negative 2. Okay, negative 2 minus 2, negative 2 minus 2. Okay, plus, we bring down the plus sign from here. Okay, we bring down this plus sign, and then 6, because 2 times 3 is 6, so plus 6. Good. So from that we get 12 plus 6, that is 18, and 18 plus 1, that is 19. So we get 19, okay, over negative 2 minus 2. The signs are the same. When the signs are the same, we add and we keep the sign. So 2 plus 2 is 4. Okay, so that's negative 4. So negative 2 minus 2 is negative 4 plus 6. Okay, we bring down the plus 6 from here. We bring down that plus 6. So we get 19 over negative 4 plus 6. Now this can be simplified further to give us 19 over whatever the result is when we add negative 4 to 6. Negative 4 plus 6, the signs are different. We have negative 4 and positive 6. Okay, let me put two of them in different colors. So we have negative 4 and positive 6. So the signs are different, and when the signs are different, we subtract and keep the sign of the larger number. So we know the larger number is 6, which is positive, so our answer will be positive. Okay, positive, the difference of the two numbers. Okay, the larger number, which is 6, minus 4, which is smaller than 6. Okay, and then from that we get 19 over 6 minus 4, which is 19 over 2. Okay, positive 2, and that would give us 2 into 19, that's 9. 2 nines 18. Okay, and a half, 9.5 or 9.5. Okay, 9.5 or 9.5, and that would be the value of the expression given above. Okay, that's the value of this expression here. Okay, 19.5 or 19.5. Good. Let's look at another expression that is similar to that. We have 3z plus 2x plus y all over 4y minus 2x plus z. So let's go ahead and expand that. All right, let's go ahead and expand that. Now 3z is the same as 3 times or 3 multiplied by z. Okay, 3 multiplied by z, we put that in bracket, plus 2x, which is the same as 2 multiplied by x. Okay, so what we're doing here, we're expanding the expression. We'll put that in bracket, 2 multiplied by x. Okay, plus y. Okay, we just carry over the y because it cannot be expanded. Okay, it's just y. We put all that over 4y, which is the same as 4 multiplied by y. 4 multiplied by y. 4 multiplied by y. Put that in brackets. Take away or subtract or minus 2 multiplied by x. Okay, 2 multiplied by x. 2 multiplied by x is the same as 2x, or the expanded form of 2x. Okay, close bracket, plus z. Z cannot be expanded. Okay, and as a result we just carry it over. Good. So what we have to do now is to substitute the numbers for x, y, and z into this expanded expression for this expression on the side here. So this expression here, okay, this expression here is the expanded form of this expression to the left here. Okay, it's the expanded form of this expression to the left. So what we have to do now is substitute the values. So wherever we have z, we put positive 3. Wherever we have x, we put positive 2, and wherever we have y, we put negative 1. Okay, so we get 3, okay, times z, which is 3, so that's 3 times 3. Okay, put that in bracket for ease of calculation or convenience, plus 2 times x. X is positive 2, so that's 2 times 2. Okay, 2 times 2. Then we have plus y. Plus y. Y equals negative 1. So we have to put our negative 1 here. And I'm putting the negative 1 in bracket for, again, ease of calculation or just for convenience. You don't have to put that bracket around negative 1 there. So now we're gonna put all that over. Okay, let me just get back my pen here. We're gonna put all that over 4 times y. Y is negative 1, so that's 4 times negative 1. Okay, 4 times negative 1, put that in bracket. Okay, subtract 2 times x, which is 2 times 2 because x is 2, so we remove the x and we put positive 2 in its position. Okay, plus y, which is negative 1, plus z, sorry, which is positive 3. Okay, so we put that positive 3 there. Now 3 times 3 is 9. Okay, 3 times 3 is 9. Okay, 2 times 2 is 4. And then positive multiplied by negative would give us a negative. So that's minus 1. Okay, minus 1. Okay, don't forget, if you have a situation like that, to multiply the sign. A positive times a negative would give you a negative. Then we have 4 times negative 1. Again, we have positive 4 times negative 1. That is a negative. That would give us a negative number. 4 times 1 is 4, so we get negative 4. Okay, then 2 multiplied by 2, that's 4. Okay, and then bring down the plus 3. Okay, the plus 3. So let's go ahead and fill in that information. So we get 9, okay, plus 4. Okay, the 9 from here. Okay, we bring down the plus sign, we bring down the 4. Okay, and then minus 1, we bring down the minus 1. Okay, we bring down the minus 1. Then we have all that over minus 4 and negative 4. Okay, we bring down the negative 4 from here. Okay, minus 4. Again, we bring down the minus sign from here. And then we bring down the 4. And then you bring down the plus 3. So minus 4 plus 3. Okay, plus 3. Now we need to go ahead and simplify that now. 9 plus 4 equals 13. And 13 minus 1 is 12. So you get 12, okay, over negative 4 minus 4. The signs are the same, so you add 4 plus 4 and you keep the negative sign, so you would get negative 8. 4 plus 4 is 8, so negative 4 minus 4, that's negative 8 plus 3. Okay, negative 8 plus 3. And now the signs are different. Okay, now the signs are different. One is positive, one is negative. So since the signs are different, we have to subtract. Okay, so we get, okay, we get this 12 over negative. Well, the answer would be negative because the larger number is negative. 8 subtract 3. So our answer is negative 12 over 5, okay, because the larger number is negative and 8 subtract 3 is 5, so we get negative 12 over 5. And since that cannot be simplified any further, we have to leave it like that. So negative 12 over 5, let me circle it. Okay, negative 12 over 5 is the value for the expression that is given to the left here. Okay, negative 12 over 5. Good. Let's look at the next question. We have 2xz minus 3 open bracket y subtract x close bracket plus 2z. Remember, the first step we have to expand. So 2xz is the same as 2 times x times z. 2 times x, okay, times z. Okay, 2 times x times z, and we put that in bracket. Subtract 3, okay, and we'll just write back that as it is. Subtract 3 open bracket y subtract x. Okay, we cannot expand that any further. Close bracket plus 2 times z. Okay, 2z is the same as 2 times z. Good? Or 2 times z. So now that we have expanded the expression, we can go ahead and substitute the values for x, y, and z into it. So we know x is equal to positive 2, y equals negative 1, and z equals positive 3. Okay, so x, we replace x with positive 2, we replace z with positive 3. Okay, we replace y with negative 1, we replace x with positive 2, and z with positive 3, and we'll just go ahead and bring down everything else. So we get 2, this 2, and maybe I should write it in the same green color for you visual learners. Okay, let me write it in the same green color. So we get 2 times, okay, this 2, we bring down this multiplication sign here, times this 3, subtract 3, okay, open bracket, okay, we bring down our subtraction sign here, close our bracket here, bring down our addition sign here, bring down the 2 and the multiplication sign. Okay, and I'll also put this here in bracket. Okay, put these in bracket because it makes my work look simpler and it makes calculations easier. Okay, because I will do what is in bracket first. Good, I will do what is in bracket first. So 2 times 2 is 4. Okay, 2 times 2, this 2 here times this 2 here is 4, and 4 times 3 is 12. Okay, so 12 subtract, okay, subtract 3, okay, this 12 subtract this 3, open bracket, and we could simplify what is inside the bracket. Negative 1 subtract 2 would give us negative 3 because the signs are the same. Therefore, we add and keep the negative sign. Okay, bring down the plus sign from here, and then 2 times 3 is 6. Okay, 2 times 3 is 6. Good. So this is equal to, okay, we bring down the 12. Bring down the 12. Okay, subtract, okay, 3 times negative 3 is negative 9. Okay, negative 9. Good. And I'll put that in bracket again for ease of calculation. Negative 9 plus 6. Okay, let's continue to simplify. Okay, let's continue to simplify, and let me just get a different color ink here. So here we have two of the same signs, and whenever we have two of the same signs next to each other, then the resulting sign would be positive. The resulting sign would be positive. So negative times a negative would give you a positive. So we get 12 plus 9. Okay, we get 12 plus 9. 12 plus 9. Okay, not 12 plus negative 9 because we have taken care of the two minus signs already. Okay, we multiply them to get a plus sign. So a common mistake that persons tend to make is to multiply the signs and still put 12 plus negative 9. Okay, the negative here is already gotten rid of when you multiply it by this sign here. So when you put the plus sign, you don't have to put the negative sign again. Okay, then you bring down this plus sign here. Okay, and then you bring down the 6. So this 12 here plus this 9 would give us 21. Okay, 21, and 21 plus 6, we bring down the 6 from up here. 21 plus 6 is equal to 27. So our answer for this question is 27. Okay, that is the value of this expression when x equals 2, y equals -1, and z equals 3. Okay, so let us look at the final question. Okay, the final question is x squared. Okay, x squared open bracket 2y minus z. So let us go ahead and expand that. So x squared is the same as x times x. Okay, x times x. Alright, open bracket 2y, which is the same as 2 times y. 2 times y. Okay, minus z. Okay, 2 times y minus z. Now that we have expanded the expression, we can go ahead and substitute. Okay, so that we can simplify. Remember, x is equal to 2. Okay, x equals 2. So this is the same as 2 times 2. Okay, 2 times 2, open bracket. We bring down the 2 from up here. 2 times the value for y, which is -1, subtract z. Okay, subtract z. And actually z is 3. Okay, z is 3, and I'll put that in bracket. Now we need to work out what is inside of the bracket first. So 2 times negative, and even inside of the bracket we must work from left to right, multiplication first. So 2 times -1, let me get a different color in here. This 2 times this -1 would give us -2. Okay, because a negative number times a positive number is equal to a negative number. Subtract 3, and we have to put back the bracket because we have to work out that first. Okay, okay, then this here, 2 times 2. Okay, let's bring it down. 2 times 2, we're not working it out yet, but the negative 2 minus 3 would give us -5. Okay, -5, because the signs are the same, so we add and we keep the negative sign. We put back our bracket, then outside the bracket we bring down the 2 multiplied by 2. Now this bracket here simply means multiplied by. So we get 2, okay, 2 times 2. Okay, 2 times 2, and since bracket means to multiply, multiplied by -5. So now we can go ahead and simplify to get the answer. 2 2s are 4. Okay, then we multiply the 4 by -5. Okay, so therefore we have positive 4 times -5, and a positive times a negative would always give us a negative as our answer. Okay, and 4 times 5 is 20, so we get -20 as the value of this expression up here when x equals 2, y equals -1, and z equals +3. Okay, so that's our answer here. So thank you very much for paying attention to the video. It was a pleasure. Do enjoy.